They label it the Battle of Britain, but this is one Braveheart remake I don't want to see. It's finished 8-0 in aggregate to Aston Villa. 3-0 on the night to the English side, and the Scottish side, just like all the other Scottish sides in Europe this week, have been absolutely humped. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. Not a good night if you're a Hibby, not a good night if you're a fan of Scottish football, and definitely not a good night if you're David Marshall, because you've just had to concede another 3 goals to English opposition. And in reality, though, I mean, it could have been worse. 3-0 against Aston Villa. It's not exactly the worst result ever. It's not the worst scoreline ever. But when you merge it with the 5-0 for last week and your opponent is 8 goals and you have 0 goals, there's no way to dress that it looks good, because on paper it looks shit. In reality, it looks shit. That's because Hibs are shit. Scottish football is shit, and we defend Scottish football on this channel time and time again. After this week, I can't defend it anymore. Hibs 8-0 in aggregate. I forget how much Rangers lost, but it was a lot.
7-3.
Hearts got pumped 6-1 in aggregate. Okay, Aberdeen 5-3. It's not a battering, but they took on by far the weakest opposition out of all the Scottish sides, so they probably should have been winning, if anything, on aggregate. So, I mean, not good for Hibs. That same out of Europe, we kind of knew that as soon as they were drawn against Aston Villa, but it's official now, so Adam Pearce, make your call.
And this result also deserves to end up in the scrap heap, just like Scrap Daddy. But who's your daddy, Lee Johnston? You said he deserved this game. He didn't get this game.
Yeah, he didn't get this game. I think this was a buried alive match if we're still using WWE analogies, because one team is alive and kicking, and the other team is well and truly 6 feet under.
The first leg was a Chris Benoit massacre, man.
It really was. Anyway, enough about wrestling. Let's talk about the football. 8 goals to 0, but we'll talk about tonight's 3-0 humping, because, I mean, you can blame Lee Johnston on 5 of those goals, but we can't exactly blame him on all 8. And yes, I did say Lee Johnston deserved it because he got Hibs this far. What was the point of getting rid of him? They were going to lose. They were out the tie. They may as well give Lee Johnston his 15 minutes of fame, then move him on. You know, then you can just blame this defeat on him as well. I think to get rid of Lee Johnston and then to have some caretaker manager come in and just get smashed by Villa, David Gray, it's not really. Did David Gray deserve it?
No. He didn't deserve it, and that's what he's been dealt with.
David Gray, he's got happy memories of Hibs lifting Scottish Cups. He doesn't want to come here and get battered from left to right by Aston Villa.
Well, that's what happened, though.
It is what happened. Now Hibs need to concentrate. They need to search for a new manager. Before we talk about the game, I did say that I think their run in Europe has slightly painted over the bad start to the league campaign, but they're now out of Europe, so we can't say, oh, they've got this big European tie now. They've nothing. You need to focus on the league. And the league doesn't look too good for Hibs. It's just like tonight's result. It's 3 L's. It's 3 in the L category and 0 in the win category. So,
and looking at Hibs' next league fixtures, man.
Aberdeen, that's going to be tricky at Pittodrie.
Who else is after that? I believe it's Hearts.
It could be.
I think it is Hearts.
Fact is, Hibs need to do something. They need to bring in somebody quick, and they need to get some wins on the board. But they didn't get a win tonight. Let's talk about it. 11th minute, Duran with the goal. 11 minutes, and you know what? Considering Aston Villa scored this early, it could have been goals galore. But I'll give Hibs credit tonight for keeping the scoreline respectable. I don't care what you say. 8-0 is shambolic, but I think 3-0 at Aston Villa is pretty respectable. Because, I mean, we've seen Everton get smashed.
Here, I know it's 8-0 in the aggregate, right? 3-0 the night. But see at the end, see if you want to use the TV deals and the money and squad between Villa and Hibs, use it all day long. It's valid. But see when people use it for Rangers and PSV, man.
Or Hearts and Pack.
Yeah.
Or even Aberdeen and Hacking, you're like, calm fucking down, right? There's not that much money difference. Now this, if you actually take the money equation into consideration, 8-0 is probably what you'd expect.
Yeah.
So even though Hibs have got the worst result in paper, I would say overall, I can't believe I'm saying this, I don't think Hibs' result is as bad as Rangers and Hearts'.
No, I don't think it is.
Because I don't think Rangers or Hearts would have done much better than 8-0 in aggregate. I'm just looking at the Rangers that took on PSV in Holland. Like, they were shambolic.
It's like Rangers might have scored 3 or 4 against Villa, but they probably would have conceded 15. So,
anyway, Duran with the goal.
Yep, Bailey got a second, but this game wasn't on TV, right?
So you might be asking, how the hell are we doing a match review?
Watch the highlights. But why was this game not on TV?
Why you answered that, not me?
Why is Aston Villa Hibs not any sort of TV?
Well, I believe it was available to Hibs TV.
Right, yes, but that's different. Right. We see people who pay for TNT and Fireplay. Why is this not on?
I think we pay for enough, personally.
Right, Aberdeen was on BBC, Hearts was on Fireplay. What's the excuse for an English against Scottish team not being on TNT? And see before anyone goes, it was 5-0, mate. Yeah, I'm well aware the tie was done, but it's still a match of football. What about third place at the World Cup? That's fucking irrelevant too, but they still do that.
I think they should try and arrange it so that a team from the same country isn't playing at the same time. I don't like how Hibs and Aberdeen were both on at 8 o'clock kickoffs tonight because...
this was actually 8 Aberdeen's quarter date. But
who gives a shit?
No, but all 3 games overlapped.
My point is, right, if you're a fan of Scottish football and... What are you going to pick tonight? What are you going to watch, right? Are you going to watch the Aberdeen game that is free to watch on BBC Scotland and the tie is well and truly alive, it's in the balance, it's 2-2, or are you going to go out your way to create a Hibs TV account, pay $14.99 or whatever it was, and watch Hibs take on Aston Villa when the tie is well and truly dead?
Is it safe to say
what are you going to do?
Even Hibs fans that bought Hibs TVs probably in the single digits tonight?
Why? I don't know why you... I think, considering what happened, and I think Hibs should have gave this game away for free.
Yeah.
We're sorry, we're pissed. We haven't won any games in the league and we got pumped 5-0 here. Watch us get pumped again at Villa Park for nothing.
Another pumping for free.
I don't think they should have been charging for this tonight. Anyway, let's talk about the third goal. We haven't really described the first two, so we won't describe the third one. There's no point going against the grain here. Matty Cash with the goal, Liam Bailey with the assist. 61 minutes here. And then Hibs managed to see it out to the end. It would have been nice, I think, for Hibs to get a goal.
Yeah. I mean, the start...
They had some attempts, so they did, you know.
No, I'll say this. Hibs, I mean, obviously didn't really see this game, but I mean, see the first leg, right?
I think they've done enough to score.
Yeah. Now, 90% of the time they were offside, which was irritating. But, you know what? Hibs did more for me against Villa than what some of the other teams did. Now, I know Rangers, right, and Hearts, and one of the legs at least actually...
Let's not make excuses, right? They were pish. They underperformed. Rangers in the first leg were shite. Right?
Things have got that bad. I'm even attempting to defend an 8-0 fucking defeat.
No,
What's going on here?
I do think...
wrap this up.
I do think Hibs actually probably... I don't think their results as bad as Hearts and Rangers. I really don't. I think Aston Villa could... I'm not saying they will, but I think Aston Villa could potentially challenge for top 4.
Yeah.
That's it. And I know people will say, no, they got smashed after Newcastle. One game, right? One game. I think Aston Villa are maybe one or two good signings away from being a top 4 side. Now, the only difference is that in England now you've kind of got like 7, 8, 9 teams trying to compete for the top 4, but I think that's how good Aston Villa are. So, yeah. And I know there's some Rangers fans trying to defend their result and saying that Aston Villa is not as good as PSV. I'm sorry, that's fucking nonsense. If Aston Villa played PSV 10 times, Aston Villa would beat them more often than not. That's simply not true.
No, that's delusional.
For me, this Aston Villa side win the Eredivisie pretty comfortably at the moment.
Yes.
I think they're a step above Ajax, who are a step above everyone else in Holland. So, yeah, look, shite for Scottish football. We'll talk more about it in Scottish Football Review Shows.
What about Mighty Feyenoord? They won the league last year. They're a changed team. Pot 1 Champions League. Like Aston Villa on Pot 1 the Champions League.
No, well, I mean, Dutch football's on the rise and Scottish football is dead. It's 6 foot under, really.
Yeah, and you know what? Oh, man. It's mental how within 2 weeks it can go from, like, you know, euphoria to absolutely hee-haw. I thought Sligo Rovers. What's worse? Nah, no, Sligo Rovers is worse. I was going to try and defend Motherwell there, but honestly, disaster class, guys. We'll be back with the review show. Looking forward to it.
Can't wait.
Looking forward to it. Who the fuck am I kidding here? I don't want to talk about Rangers PSV again. God damn. Anyway, guys, till next time. Peace.